Hello, my name is Jesus Jaramillo, and this is a presentation for the Security Program Policy for Across the States Bank for ITT 430. So, what is the purpose of a security plan? A security plan outlines what network and security analysts are planning to implement to make the network more secure. The plan will include both software and hardware. So, uh, software that's found in this plan will be um, uh, network management systems. So some type of system that will keep inventory of all the devices that are out there. Any software that's installed on those devices is also kept in inventory. Um, the software will also be an intrusion prevention software, which allows for alerts or incidents to be reported immediately, usually by email or by some type of dashboard that alerts security personnel when something does happen. It's not always something malicious in nature, but it acts a certain way that triggers the software. And with that comes a lot of false positives, but they're good to know about because they are changes that are made to a system or a computer, well, a standalone computer that could indicate malicious activity. So it is better to always check on those alerts to verify that it is indeed something that is not malicious in nature. And if it is, then steps should be taken to isolate that device and remediate the incident, which of course we cannot do that without the software. And with that software, hardware also comes into play, more secure Cisco switches, Cisco routers, firewalls, devices that also help provide a more stable and secure network. So this is the timeline here of the plan that we will be implementing. So stage one, at this stage there is no security plan in place. So since there is no plan in place, there is no vulnerability management software in place. So no vulnerability management software is currently on the across the states bank network. That means there is no alerts, no incidents, no way to know if there is something malicious going on unless a user reports that by calling the help desk or emailing the help desk. So basically, we do not we are not aware of anything going on unless it is reported. By then, it may be too late. So that is stage one. Stage two, what is the impact that this plan will have on security? And the lack of not having a plan, what impact does that have on our network and security? Well, not having security software in place can lead to data breaches and data loss, with the most drastic scenario of that being ransomware. Any vulnerability that's on the network that is not being scanned and reported, we are not aware of, and that is a potential door or a way in for a malicious actor who can then hold the network ransom or steal sensitive information. So planning, stage three is planning. At this stage, we can conduct some research and obtain quotes for costs of software, costs of hardware, costs of user training. And with this stage, all that information is gathered and presented, and that way we can plan on building this security policy and everything that comes with it. Other things to consider here are working with vendors and generating quotes so we have everything in paper and we know exactly what the cost is going to be. There should not be any hidden fees, although it is best to plan for any expansion or any additional hardware software that we may need either down the line or after the security policy is in place or before if we find we are lacking in an area and it needs to be addressed quickly. Stage 4, in this stage the security plan is constructed and finished. The goal now is for it to be approved by management with an option to modify in the future as needed. Technology is vastly growing quickly, and with that comes threats. So any new threats that arise should be addressed depending on their severity. The management program that we will have in place will also inform us of any potential threats that are coming down the line and rate them by severity as well, so we're well informed of what's coming and if it is a minor or major threat. Stage 5, implementation. At this stage, we the security plan's implementation should be pretty much planned out. It should be approved, and we should know exactly what we are looking for. All hardware and software should be already purchased and in our environment ready to be tested. So user expectations here also should be shared with all of those that are going to be impacted. Agreements should be sent out and should be expected to be agreed to and signed in some type of digital way so we can keep track of that. Every new user should be presented with the policy as part of their new employee onboarding. It's a good opportunity to present it and have them agree to it as well. This ensures that all users are aware of what is expected from them. All hardware and software here as well is also set up and ready to be used in the testing stage, which is the next stage. So in this stage, testing takes place. All hardware and software is properly configured and placed in the testing environment. If any issues arise, this is the stage where they should be addressed so they do not carry over into production. Documentation here is also big. Everything should be documented. The configuration, the setup, any issues should be documented so they can be referenced later on if needed. The security plan here should be in its final stage and well into the approval process. The final stage is to implement the policy plan into production. In this stage, the security plan should be um, well um, well tested and pretty much ready to be set up for real time. All users should adhere to the policy by now. All network and device management systems should be in place. Alerts should be flowing in without any issues. Nothing should fall through the cracks in this stage. Everything should be ready to go. Any alerts or incidents should be considered real, and everyone involved, including security personnel, technicians, should know how to respond to an incident and what steps to take for resolution. So by this final stage, all costs should be in writing, how much has been spent, any future expansion should be already accounted for, unless it's something that has not been, then the vendor should still be in place and we should be able to contact the vendors at this place for quick quotes uh, and also to see if it is something viable that needs to be done. Or it can easily roll into the next fiscal year because we already have this timeline in place along with the policy that we have. Thank you for listening. This is a security plan for across the states bank. Thank you.